The Confederation of African Football (CAF) has suspended the coach of Senegal indefinitely. Indefinitely means that they don't know when he will coach a team again, when he will be permitted to coach again. They have suspended him indefinitely for asking his players to walk out of the field during the match Morocco-Senegal, which you all know the story. Now, they have also given sanction on Algeria, where Algeria has been asked to pay the fine of $100,000 based on the aggressiveness in which the Algerians put forward after they were defeated by Nigeria. The Algerians were hostile towards the referee and towards Nigerian players, and this led to chaos after the match. Now, and the Confederation of African Football has not issued a statement either to condemn Morocco for what happened, to condemn Morocco for stealing towels of goalkeepers, for distracting goalkeeper in the course of the game, even when their own players, Moroccan players, were spotted doing the same thing. Even when Moroccan players were spotted doing the same thing like their ball boys. Now, it is so shameful. Well, I'm not talking about the refereeing issue. I'm talking about the attitude of Moroccan players. I'm also talking about the attitude of the president of Moroccan Football Federation, which the match between Morocco and Nigeria, the Moroccan president of their football federation was not happy. He exhibited unsportsmanship, carried out a lot of unsportsmanship. The same thing he did was the same thing Samuel Eto'o did. Immediately, Samuel Eto'o was slapped a 4-match ban. Immediately, without explanation to what happened. 4-match ban. And we know why Samuel Eto'o was sanctioned, because Samuel Eto'o is one of those who's fighting that 4-year period where that CAF, that Mosepe, is trying to change AFCON. The AFCON be played after every 4 years. He's not happy with it. He's not happy with several of their decisions. And we know why Samuel Eto'o was sanctioned, though they cannot openly come and say that that's why. If you listen to Samuel Eto'o's interview of recent, you will spot, you will spot and understand that there is a rift ongoing between CAF, and there are some things that Eto'o is not happy about it, which should be reformed. That aside, but it is unacceptable that you suspend a coach indefinitely for walking out or attempting to walk out of a competition. In that same competition, we have seen how Morocco has not been sanctioned. Nothing has been said. Not a condemnation from CAF, not even a warning from CAF. Nothing has been said by Dr. Mosepe and his gang as far as Morocco is concerned. Now, this is going to build more friction in subsequent competition. Dr. Mosepe, you should be informed that if nothing is done to sanction Morocco, if Morocco is not sanctioned, if Morocco is not stripped of hosting any competition, I bet you there will be a growing call for boycott on major competition, and nations will do that, and you will do nothing. You are spoiling the African football. You are spoiling, because all this cacophony started when people started saying that Morocco is being favored, and you did nothing. You did nothing. You brushed it out. You brushed them out. You brushed them. Everywhere evidences were there from Cameroon, from Tanzania's game, when Tanzania's attacker was brought down. No penalty was given. Tanzania protested. You sanctioned. A player was sanctioned. To pay $10,000 for criticizing the referee. Sanction. An act that was brought to silence people, because you know the referee has the final say and his CAF. Nobody will do anything. Continue with Cameroon game. Similar thing. He did not do anything. So Senegal and other African nations were watching. People were watching, and they were prepared. And that's why Senegal came prepared. Senegal came prepared. It did not happen by Parazar. Senegal walking out of that game did not happen by Parazar. They had prepared. They came prepared. It happened with Cameroon. In fact, Cameroon was worst. Mosepe did not even to show a human feeling. Say, okay, yeah, we have seen it. We are investigating. We are going to make sure that, even to just say like that, to pretend, he did not pretend. It was ho-ha. You had already programmed that the trophy like this will be given to Morocco, that it will be given based on what we are seeing. When I say it has been programmed, I'm saying that from the look of things, the way things were going. Because if things were not going that way, you would have actually came in on all the allegations we were giving during press conference. The same thing happened in Nigeria. Nigeria gave that same complaint. We saw it and we complained. You said nothing. You said you brushed it out. It built the resentment, and Senegal was not prepared. Since nothing will happen, Senegal must take their loss into their hands, and they took their loss into their hands. You are sanctioning them. Now, I have not heard that any Moroccan player, even when we saw Hakimi took the towel of Edouard and gave to the ball boys. You cannot tell me that Hakimi did that out of ignorance, because Hakimi himself is aware of what has been going on. Ignorance is not an excuse. Taking that towel, okay, he was taking the towel to throw to who? Why was he taking the towel there on the floor? To give to the ball boys? A towel that he knows that goalkeeper Hakimi is a professional player, he has not been sanctioned. Hakimi was instead giving a fair play player, telling us that we should not say there's corruption. Morocco, despite all what we watched, the incident with Nigeria, where Nigerian goalkeeper had his towels taken, with fighting with ball boys. You saw it, you could not sanction. You want to tell me that you did not see it? You announced review. What were you reviewing on videos if you cannot do that? The second incident, it happened in that same game, the finals, when Mendy had 6 of his towels taken. They started fighting. You cannot tell me that you were blind to that action. Now you are sanctioning that coach indefinitely. That's wickedness. That's evil, because this coach stood against your corruption. You were so mad. You people were so mad that the trophy did not go to Morocco. You people did everything possible that the trophy go to Morocco. Everything possible that it go to Morocco. But Senegal stood its ground. That even if it means going to the wars, who will defend it, and they defended it. You listen to Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o was clear that the coach defended his team, which means there's a problem. There is a problem. The coach defended. He did not condemn the coach. It's not the first time we are walking out of staging an attempt to walk out of game. When it happened with Portugal and France in Euro, Portuguese players were just given 4 months, 3 months ban, 9 months at most. You are coming to sanction a coach indefinitely. When it happened in Europe, in Euro final in 2000. You see this Africa. That's why I will tell in all certainty that when you have people like that who are playing by the beat of the colonial masters, FIFA president was so mad. Gianni Infantino, you are mad over what? When all these shenanigans were ongoing, at no point in time did you even call CAF president that, hey, address this situation as a FIFA boss, address this situation, this is what we are seeing. You said, no, it is an African tournament, they have a right. Now you are putting your man and saying that you want to sanction Senegal for World Cup. What's the correlation between World Cup and African Cup of Nations? There's no correlation between World Cup and African Cup of Nations. It's not like whoever wins AFCON or the top 5 teams of AFCON are the ones that qualify for World Cup. Then we would have said there's a correlation. There's no correlation. So why do you want to sanction Portugal? The same thing in 2000. Portugal still came to the World Cup. It has reached the turn of Africa because you people had video. We have seen video of FIFA president and Moroccan team ahead of the match, 2 hours ahead of the match, greeting with Moroccan officials, Moroccan president of federation and their officials, their government officials, greeting before the match. The videos are out there. And now you are coming to say you want to sanction. I think it's a shame. It's a shame because Senegal stood against the corruption. Now Senegal has 18 of their supporters in custody for causing chaos. Zero arrest of Morocco. Zero arrest of Morocco. Despite the fact that we saw what the chaos they were causing, 0 arrest of Morocco. Senegal, 18 of their supporters detained in Morocco and under facing just charges. But all what we saw with Morocco ball boys, none have been arrested. Even the player Ahmad Jackie that came and stood in front of Senegal's assistant goalkeeper. They were not sanctioned. Ooh, their marks are swollen. And as you are doing this, you are spoiling African football because if you don't sanction Morocco will have it hot going to any country to play. They will have it hot. If you don't sanction Morocco, okay, you want to spoil it now? Spoil it. Spoil the African football. Sanction Senegal. CAF, FIFA, sanction Senegal. Then Africans will rise up. Then you will understand that Africans are no longer passive.
Congratulations. You've passed your GCE or baccalaureate And now it's time to choose a professional university that opens real doors to your future. Let us introduce you to the African Higher Institute of Technology, a career-focused institution that not only awards internationally recognized certificates, but also guarantees direct employment opportunities upon graduation through its solid network of partner companies and institutions worldwide. This school operates in collaboration with the Cameroon Ministry of Higher Education, UBA Bank, St. Francis Xavier Institute, Canada. Located in Yaoundé, Mendong, away from the noisy town, IHIT provides the following for its students: a free brand new laptop immediately after paying a registration fee of 25,000 francs CFA, free high-speed internet access on campus, hands-on professional training, mentorship from local and international experts, offering courses like local government in accounting, finance and administration, computer engineering, artificial intelligence, biomedical sciences, economics and finance, business and management, arts and education, law and public policy, agricultural sciences. Whether you dream of becoming a software developer, civil engineer, healthcare technician, or business strategist, IHT is your direct path to success. Apply now and take the bold step toward a future of innovation, professionalism, and global opportunity.